Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. Today we're going to be having a very special Valentine's event where you're going to get to meet all of our maids virtually. We're going to be letting you meet half of our maids today basically. And they've all come to spend Valentine's with you, or at least an early one. We will be going through and letting you meet every single one of the maids and get to talk to them and ask your questions. If you've asked a question over on our social media, it will be answered today for you. Be sure to stick around to hear your questions get answered. We're going to be bringing you our maids in a whole new dimension, and this time it's going to be in the virtual world. We're going to make all of your 2D fantasies real. And every time you follow, you'll hear our amazing maids saying Moe Moe Kyun just for you at home. We'll be starting off by introducing one of our favorite ever, super amazing, adorable maids from space. And that's Maid Celestia. So Maid Celestia, will you come say hi to everybody?
Hello!
Would you like to introduce yourself to the stream?
My name is Maid Celestia. I am a magical girl from outer space. And hopefully the stream's going to be out of this world.
Well, we're super glad to have you here.
Yay!
Our next maid is from the forest, is super cute, and this is one of her first times appearing with all the other maids, even if it is in the virtual realm. It is our favourite elf, Moa.
Hi, Moa.
Would you like to introduce yourself, everybody, and let them know a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Maid Moa. I'm the elf maid of the cafe, and this elf is really hoping that you enjoy yourself today.
That's amazing. We're so glad to have you. Next is our first butler of the evening. They are a kitsune, and they're super cool. So let's bring in Butler Kai.
Hello.
Welcome. Why don't you introduce yourself for everybody at home?
Hello. I'm Butler Kai, and I am, some would say, rather foxy. But I do hope that this stream gives people a more blessed feeling.
Well, we're really glad to have you here. So let's move on to our next maid. They are the frostiest, but the sweetest. And they have the coldest hands, but the warmest heart. It's our favourite little ice queen, Maid May.
Hi.
Do you want to say a little bit about yourself, May, for everybody at home?
Yeah. Hello. I'm Maid May. I'm a snow maiden, and I'm kind of nervous. Sorry.
That's completely okay, and we're super glad that you're here with us today. So let's move on to our next maid then, and we'll give you some time to calm down. Let's have our favourite maid and doctor come in to say hi to you all. Shinryu, you want to introduce yourself to everybody at home?
Well, hi there, viewers. I hope you're ready for your online consultation, because my name is Dr. Shinryu, and I'm Maid in Scotland's medical maid.
We're so glad to have you here, and if anybody's not feeling well, we know exactly where to go. Now for our next butler, a superhero whose identity is secret even to the cafe itself, Butler Tayo.
Ohayo! Annyeonghaseyo, everyone! I'm Butler Tayo! How's it going?
We're so glad to have you here. It's super awesome that we have two of our butlers with us today. We have a few more butlers, but sadly they couldn't make it today. But if you want to learn more about them, you can find us on Instagram and many other places where you can meet our other butlers, and maybe we'll see them next time. So let's move on to our next person, our favourite demon maid, who is super cool and super sassy. Let everybody say hello to Maid Ophie.
My royal subject, how are you all doing today?
It's so good to have you here, Maid Ophie. We're so glad to have you as part of the group today.
Oh well, I'm happy to be here.
Let's move on to our
Such a
next.
pleasant holiday.
Thank you. Let's move on to our next and my favorite little dragon, our next maid, Maid Amber.
Isn't Maid Ophi beautiful? Anyways, I'm Amber. I'm the resident dragon in the Maid Cafe. I know that dragons are supposed to be very scary, but don't worry, I'm not scary at all. Sadly, but yes, I'm not scary.
Well, we're very glad to hear that. Let's see if I can get you all up on the stream. There we go. There you are. This is our whole squad. Isn't that amazing? Aren't they all gorgeous?
Do we get snacks now?
I think we'd have to work a little bit first.
Come on, let's see some hype in the chat, guys.
Yeah, let's get some hype in the chat. Let's get some hellos for all of our lovely members of staff. And hello to the chat. If everybody wants to say hello to the chat.
Hello, chat.
Hi, chat.
Hello, chat.
Oh,
Hello.
Snackles. Yes, snackles are the best. So we have a bunch of questions today to answer for you guys. And we're going to get right into that right now. So if you have any questions that haven't been asked before, be sure to drop them in the chat and we'll try and get them in if we can. Okay, our first question is about when did you guys become Maids and Butlers? When did you guys become part of Maid in Scotland? We'll start with Maid Amber.
well, it was a bit of a journey for me because I arrived here because I was looking for my queen, Lady Ophelia, and when I found her, she was here, and thankfully I was able to join her as part of the cafe, and this was in March 2019, and I've been really happy here ever since.
That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that you're so happy. I'm actually going to introduce myself because I completely forgot to do that. So, Gomenasai. I'm Maid Kimmel. I'm the resident witch, and it's my magic that brought everybody here today into the 2D realm so that we could spend some time together. And I joined Maid in Scotland originally back in about 2015 or so,
Yeah, I
so
think
many
about
years
that.
ago, about 2015, and I had to leave to go do my witch's trial to become a fully fledged witch, but I'm finally back. And I rejoined again at the start of 2020, and I've now been back in the cafe for a whole year as a fully fledged witch.
I'm so glad you're back.
Oh, thank
Me
you.
too.
Oh my goodness. Let's move on to Ophi. When did you join Maid in Scotland?
Oh goodness, it really was some time ago now. Was it maybe 4 or 5 years ago for you human beings? It really is also confusing sometimes when you live so long. All the days blend together.
Well,
It's been such a pleasure with all these cute girls ever since.
we're so glad that you joined, and we don't think the cafe would be the same without you.
Why, of course not, my dear.
And hello to everybody in chat, and thank you for the follow. Athelis, I think that's pronounced right. Athelis, thank you so much for the follow. And yes, 2015, someone in chat saying 2015. This cafe's been around now for, what was the anniversary we just had?
We just had our 7-year anniversary.
We've been around for
Oh, that's so
7 years. Oh my goodness, that's so long. It's crazy. But that's so awesome, and thank you so much for coming in today to view the stream. So let's move on to our next in the lineup. Butler Tayo, when did you join Maid in Scotland?
Well, I was fighting off some villains once upon a time long ago, and I believe the year was 2019 in this Earth that I appeared here in your universe, and I was found by the Maid group. I had nobody else to turn to, and I figured, why not help them out and join on in?
That's amazing.
That's how I joined.
That's so
Thank you,
awesome.
thank you.
We're so glad that you came and helped us all, and we're here to stay with us because now we've got someone to protect us from any evil or misbehaving demons. Sorry, Ophi.
Yes. If anybody needs any help, I will help protect you guys, girls, and everybody, even if you're an alien too.
Yay!
Celestia's safe.
I'm safe.
We have someone
Yes.
in chat saying hello, Butler Tayo. Aaron
Hello,
Zach
person
says
in the chat.
hello.
Hello, Aaron Zick.
Okay, so let's move on to our next one in our lineup. Dr. Shinryu, when did you become part of Maid in Scotland?
It was over a year ago now, like about 13 months ago, and it was at a critical point in my medical research, so I'm very glad that I joined.
That's amazing. That's so awesome. We're so glad to have you here. No more tummy aches for us.
Why, thank you. You're very welcome.
And next we have Maid May. How long have you been in Maid in Scotland?
A whole while now. You'll remember because you're the whole reason I joined
That's true.
in the first place.
I think it was way back in 2016.
Yeah, no. Even further back, 2015.
Was it 2015?
Yeah.
That's
Yep,
so
yep,
long
yep.
ago now. Wow.
So crazy. No, I played a joke on Kumo and although it kind of backfired, it ended up having a really good outcome.
Yes.
Because I ended up getting to spend the rest of my time with you guys.
And I'm very thankful, despite how it went. So next we have our butler Kai. When did you become part of Maid in Scotland?
As far as I recall, it must have been the middle of last year, actually.
Middle of last year. That's so soon. That's awesome. And how are you enjoying it so far?
It's been an enlightening experience.
Hopefully positively.
Oh, it certainly has.
So next we have Maid Moa. Maid Moa, when did you become part of the Maid Cafe?
I became part of the Maid Cafe on June 13th, 2020.
That's
what I was trying to say.
That's completely fine. So you became part of the cafe last year, and how are you enjoying it so far?
I absolutely adore it.
That's so good to hear, and we're super glad to have you, of course. So next we have Maid Celestia. Maid Celestia, when did you become part of Maid in Scotland?
I've been here since the beginning, so for the full 7 years.
That's insane.
I crashed my ship into Yami's lab.
Yes, I think he won't let any of us forget about that.
But he doesn't mind as much. Me and Milkshake, we made his life so much better. Of course, circuits in my ship, Big Bertha, to make the mansion.
That's amazing. That's so awesome. So thanks to you, we all have our beautiful mansion that we live in.
I give you all the roof over your heads.
I have to point out that Milkshake makes everyone's life better.
That's very true. That's awesome. We have a couple people in chat who are wanting to say a couple things. Alex RS Games says that they met us back in Anime Manga Pop at the start of last year.
Oh, hi!
So it's so good to see you again. That's awesome. Then we have someone who is a big fan of May and Ophelia. We actually have two people who are a big fan of May and Ophelia. We have Nuka, Sarah, and Athelius, who both absolutely love you two, apparently.
I'm so glad.
I love you too.
We have Small Anime Nerd, who says Stan Bertha. I think we all stan Bertha. And Athelius says that they want to be filled in on the Maid in Scotland lore. If you want to be filled in on our lore, you can find it on all of our social media. If you go to our introductions of our Maid characters on our Instagram or on our TikTok, you can find it there. And we go into detail about how each of us met each other, and it's super awesome.
There's a whole lot of story.
There's a whole lot of story, because there's so many years of it now. 7, which is insane. Our next question is, how did you find Maid in Scotland? So let's start with Celestia this time. How did you find Maid in Scotland?
Crash landed.
I was going to say that.
I landed on Maid in Scotland. And
You're like the creator, like of that started the Earth, like the meteor that started the Earth, but it's made in Scotland.
The Big Bang.
You are the Big Bang. Next, we have Maid Moa. How did you find Maid in Scotland?
Well, I found Maid in Scotland when I was walking along the border of the Elven realm and the human realm, and I met Maid Yui there, and she was just so cute that I had to know more about her and why she was wearing such a cute uniform, and she introduced me to the rest of the cafe, and I've been here ever since.
That's amazing. And Butler Kai, how about you?
I will be honest, my discovering Maid in Scotland was in particular purely by chance. I was actually being unruefully chased out of my shrine by some people who were after my kitsune powers. And after running away from them, I found myself at the doors of the mansion.
One of our lovely chat members says, big meanies, and we agree, definitely big meanies.
They certainly were.
Next we have Maid May. How did you find Maid in Scotland? Well, I think I know.
Yeah. I was kind of lonely and I saw Kumo in the forest and I thought it would be really funny to play a joke on her, but it backfired.
It did indeed.
So I ended up getting to meet everyone through that.
And I'm very glad that I got to bring you to this world.
Yeah. You know what's really funny about being a snow maiden?
Mhm.
It's just you really don't expect to get frozen by another being. You really, really don't.
Very true. Thank you for the follow, Dolly R. Thank you so much.
Thank you indeed.
Thank you.
It's absolutely lovely hearing that you all found us in such a creative and awesome way. So let's move on to Dr. Shinryu and find out how you found Maid in Scotland.
Well, during my medical research, I actually came across a lot of papers that Butler Yami had written about his experiments with Maid Nona. And then I also realized that you have a cyborg. And you see, cybernetics and organic material is a particular area of interest to me. So I thought I could come closer to that.
Well, I'm glad that we can assist you. And we're glad that you're part of the family now as well.
You're very useful indeed. Thank you.
Butler Tayo, how did you find Maid in Scotland? Well, I think you covered it a little, but do you want to go in a little bit more detail?
Of course, definitely. Well, after I arrived on this earth, I heard Maid in Scotland actually playing. They were performing their music, and it attracted me over there. And they saw me after they finished, and it was just natural. We just connected just like that.
That's amazing. So you were just drawn to us all.
Pretty much. It must have been the magic in Maid in Scotland.
It must be.
I believe in it.
Of course. Now, Maid Ophi, how did you find Maid in Scotland?
Oh, well. A long time ago, I grew quite bored and lonely in my domain. There's only so much one can do with themselves after so many centuries of being alive. And I thought taking a visit to the human world always helped kind of ease my curiosity and boredom. And one day, I found someone called Suki, and she helped me find a cafe on my journey. And, well, everyone was so adorable, I couldn't help but stay.
That's amazing, and I'm so glad that you think we're all so adorable. Me too, I'm so glad you stayed. Next we have our...
Cute by Othi is one of the only joys in life, and I'm pretty sure Amber can agree.
Well, next we have Maid Amber. So, Maid Amber, how did
Yes, I
you
agree.
find Maid in Scotland?
Oh, well, to be honest, the day that I found Maid Scotland was the best day of my life. It was like I had no luck finding Lady Ophelia for a really long time, and I could feel her presence in Scotland, but I couldn't really tell where it was. And I was sleeping in an alley, and when I woke up in the morning, there was like a peculiar smell in the air, and it was familiar because it was the smell of black coal cookies, and you can only find that in hell. So I had to follow the smell, and I found Lady Ophelia having these black coal cookies with tea, and she saw me and she invited me to join, and it was the best day of my life.
Oh, that's so lovely. I'm so glad that you love us all that much. That's amazing. Okay, so next we have myself. I found Maid in Scotland when I was studying to become a witch. I was looking for other magical sources where I could go and train and learn new spells, and I found Maid in Scotland, and they had these beautiful magical teas and cookies, and I knew that I could go there to hone my magic before I had my big exam, and then after I had my big exam, I knew I had to go back, because this is where home is with Maid in Scotland.
Don't make me cry.
Aww. Amber is so cute. That's correct. Chat
Yeah,
says Amber's
Amber's
so
the
cute.
I love you guys.
Aw, love you too. Our next question is, what made you want to join the cafe in the first place? So we'll start with our boys, and we'll go with Butler Kai first.
Well, as I found the Maid Mansion, quote unquote, I'd have to say that what made me actually decide to join was the kind essence of their souls, their spirits, so to say.
That's so cool. So our kindness is what attracted you.
Indeed.
Aw, that's
It let me
lovely.
know that it was a safe place.
Aw, I'm so glad to hear that. Next, let's hear what Butler Tayo has to say. So, what made you want to become part of the cafe? Was it just that you felt the magic, or was there even more behind your want to join?
Well, I believe I mentioned the magic connected us. However, the magic didn't only just connect me. It attracted villains over here too. So of course I had to defend them. And what better way to defend them than to become a part of the team as well.
That's so amazing. So you stayed to take care of us all. That's lovely. Thank you so much.
Of course. No problem. It's great being part of Maid in Scotland.
Alex RS Games says in chat that Maid in Scotland helps bring joy to the world. Thank you so much. We try our best.
Thank you.
Next, let's go to our maids for their answers on what made you want to join Maid in Scotland. So let's go with Maid. Well, we know why Maid Amber wanted to join, but other than Maid Ophi, what made you want to join Maid in Scotland?
The cookies.
The cookies.
Yes.
I so respect that.
That's a good answer.
Kimiko's gonna be so happy.
Yes, she is.
So, Maid Ophi, what made you want to join Maid in Scotland?
Well, seemingly it would be very easy to find very stray souls upon watching you come towards our cafe. I mean, of course, I wanted to give more tea to the world. I mean, who wouldn't enjoy tea made by me? I mean, of course.
Very true. That's very, very true. So, Maid Shinryu, what made you want to join the cafe? Was it just for your research?
Well, I mean, the research is one aspect of it, you know, a robot and a cyborg. What better way than to examine, befriend them and to join their group? But I have to admit, the sweets and the lovely people lured me in as well.
Well, we're very glad to hear that.
Of course, the research is the main reason, obviously.
Of course.
Yes.
Maid
That's the
May,
reason.
what made you want to join the cafe?
Shinryu was like, don't get it twisted, I'm only here for research.
Yes, no.
Well, I was just really lonely. The forest is really quiet a lot of the time. And there's not many people in the forest.
So you wanted
So-
companionship?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you could find it here. Well, there are so many of us now that it makes so much
Yeah.
sense.
No, I made a lot of friends joining the cafe, and it was really, really nice.
I'm very glad to
I
hear
wouldn't
that.
ever leave.
Aww. Maid Moa, what about you? What made you want to join Maid in Scotland?
Well, there are a number of reasons why I joined, but I think if I had to narrow them down, it would probably be the wonderful friendships that I saw when I met Maid Yui, and of course the cool dances, because they're like really cool, and the pretty uniforms, because everybody just looks so adorable in them.
I 100% agree with that.
They're super comfy as well.
As a side note, I'm currently in our uniform today, but all of our other maids are dressed up especially for Valentine's Day in their sweet little chocolate dresses.
They're
Okay,
almost as sweet as Himiko's cakes.
almost.
Almost.
Almost. And then we have Maid Celestia. What made you want to join Maid in Scotland?
Well, I had nothing better to do.
I mean, you were stuck
Once you
here.
kind of crash land in a place that doesn't have the right technology for you to fix it, you're kind of stuck for a while. But I am kind of glad that I've made such good friends over the years, and I've stayed for. I could have probably found my way home ages ago, but I don't want to go.
Well, I'm
Sometimes
very
you
glad to
crash
hear
land
that.
on an alien planet and you want to stay.
It is what it is.
It is what it
It
is.
is what it is.
That's fantastic, and I'm so glad to hear that so many people's reason for joining the cafe was because of kindness and love and magic. That's the reason I joined. Okay, so our next question is, what is your favourite event that you've done, or what is the event you're most excited to do? Let's start this time with our maids. Let's start in the middle with Maid Shinryu. What event are you most excited to do, or what event have you done that you're most excited about?
I've actually only done one event, and that was Manga Pop last year, so obviously that will be my favourite one. And I'm looking forward to the next Manga Pop because I had such a good time there.
I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that you had a good time, and I can't wait as well for the next one. I completely agree. So let's move on to Maid May. Maid May, what was your favourite event you have done or that you want to do?
See, oh,
Do you just love them all?
I really love them all.
That's fine.
But there was one that we did a really, really long time ago, and it was based on the game that the humans think is really fun with the little animals. Not the new one that got released with the island, but the ones that you catch.
Pokemon?
The
Digimon.
Oh, no, Digimon? Is it Digimon?
Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Ah.
It's Pokemon. It's Pokemon. and I got to dress up in a pretty dress that you helped me make, and it was lots of fun. And Himiko made ice cream. It was so good, so good. And I really enjoyed it.
It definitely was very yummy ice cream.
And she said if we ever do an event like that again, she would make the ice cream again. And
Yes.
I forever hope that we will do that event again so I could get the ice cream again.
Me too.
It's so good.
Okay, let's move on to our maids at the farthest end. Maid Celestia, what's your event that you've done or that you're excited to do?
I think my favourite event was possibly Manga Pop. I like both times I went, but the first time we went in 2019 was amazing. It's not the furthest we've had to travel for an event, but it was so much fun the entire weekend. We were all tired on the way back, but it was so much fun. All the people there were absolutely lovely, and like people just saw us and they were like, "What is this? I need to know."
That's amazing. And I'm so glad that you had so much fun there. So Maid Moa, what about you? Is there any events that you're excited to do in the future, or any events that you're excited that you've done in the past?
Well, this is my first event with Maid in Scotland, but honestly, I'm just excited for any in-person event I get to do. I'm not sure when or where it'll be because of the current situation in the human realm, but whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be great.
And we're sure that we're going to have the best time getting to meet you properly for the first time and give you lots of hugs. So many hugs.
Yay!
So let's move to Maidphilia now. What's your favourite event that you have done, or what ones are you excited to do in the future?
Well, my favourite events always tend to be near the Halloween events, and actually the Valentine's ones are always quite fun for me, especially because it's very close to our anniversaries and was one of the first events we ever done was a Valentine's kind of themed one.
That's
Or real close to
amazing.
it.
Well, I'm so glad to
So-
hear that you love those events, because they're some of the most fun ones to do as well.
Yeah, it makes it a very sentimental thing. That's something that the Maid Cafe has taught me a lot about, and that is a lot about love and a lot about caring for each other. And that's something I lacked a lot when I started to grow up as a young demon.
Oh, but we're so glad to hear that you feel loved and that you love spending time with us. That means a lot.
Of course.
So next we have Maid Amber. Maid Amber, what's your favorite event that you have done, or what's one you're excited to do in the future?
I think my favorite event is also the one that was the scariest to me because it was the first one I ever did, and it was Decon in 2019, and I was part of the cafe, and I was asked to sit down with humans, and I'm not very good at talking to humans given I'm a dragon, and dragons just spit fire all the time. But it turned out really well, and people were really friendly, and well, they weren't scared of me, and that was great.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that you had such a good time, and it means so much that you got to have fun with humans and that we got to invite you into your first time really interacting with humans. I'm so glad that we could be that pathway for you. My personal favourite event was one that was very out of the ordinary for our cafe, which was a opening of a shop in the city centre of Glasgow that was called Tokyo Toys. We did the opening and we danced for hours and we got very tired feet, and it was very fun to talk with everybody in the line and play games with them, and it was just so out of the ordinary for us, and it was such a new experience that it's one of my favourite things we've ever done.
There was so many balloons.
So many red balloons.
So many red balloons.
So many. And hours of dancing non-stop.
Oh, there was so many people as well, and we got to hand out so many sweets.
We did, it was
There-
amazing.
Yeah, we played Janky and Pong with loads of people.
Chunky and Pond, that was lots of fun. There was this really cute group of people that showed up really, really early, like before the event even began, to just to see what it was all about. And they were like so sweet, and they actually ended up learning one of the dances and kept dancing along with us, and it was like really, really sweet.
That was.
I don't even think they would remember it, but
But we remember.
I had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we'll always remember that, even if they maybe don't remember it the way we do. Our next
Yeah, 'cause-
question. That's okay. What was that?
It's because they showed up so early. Like the event didn't start until 12 o'clock, and they were there at 9 a.m.
It was crazy. Yeah. Okay, so our next question is, how did you pick your name? So we will start off let's start with Maid Celestia. How did you pick your human name?
Well, I needed to pick a name that would suit me as a person, because I'm now a person. I'm now living on this earth. So I was looking up words, and there was stuff like cosmos, and then I found one called celestial, and I was like, I like that, but it doesn't sound like a name. So I just took off the L at the end, and I was like, that's a name. Kimiko said it sounded like a real name, so I took it.
It does sound like a really good name. Maid Moa, how did you pick your human name?
Well, it's not really allowed to speak Elvish in the human realm, So I had to pick something that had a similar meaning to my elven name. So I chose two. I chose Moa, which means love and affection and is related to the earth, which is what elves do best. And my second name is Juri, which is my mother's name.
That's amazing. That's such a lovely name. So next, let's go to our butler, Butler Kai. How did you pick your human name?
I would have to say that it comes from the translation of the Japanese word meaning for my name. When translated literally, Kai means time. And sometimes I feel I'm a bit out of it.
I see. That's a really interesting choice of a name. So let's move on to Maid May. How did you pick your human name?
I don't know, it kind of just came with time, and it was comfy.
It was just a name that you found that fitted you right?
Yeah, all of my friends called me it, like you guys called me May.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kept it.
And it's a very cute name and it suits you a lot.
Thank you.
So Maid Shinryu, how did you come up with your human name?
Well, my name has a very special meaning, but you're only allowed to learn that if you can decipher the kanji I chose for it. So good luck.
Ah, it's a riddle. That's amazing. Butler Tayo, how did you pick your name?
Well, when I arrived, there was a beam of sunlight shining over the maids. And since everything just seemed so natural, I figured sunlight. But then I thought, sunlight's just not a right name. And I noticed the Japanese theme with the maids, and I figured, hold on, it's coming to me. Taiyo is the Japanese word for sun. And that is what my name means.
And you're definitely
And
our little ray
Tayo.
of sunlight, so that fits perfectly.
Thank you, everyone.
Maid Ophelia, how did you pick your human name?
Well, I was appointed my name when I was born first in my family, but it's Ophelia is the closest translation from demon to human for you, and it's the easiest way to convey the same. But of course, my name is too great for you humans to ever understand.
Oh, of course. I couldn't imagine even trying to say an amazing royal demon's name. It must be such an incredible
course.
word.
It's the same with my last name, Rosencraft, as well. It's the easiest way for you humans to understand the meaning of my name in your language.
That's
But
amazing.
Ophi, the nickname, was something that was actually appointed to me by you all when you all decided that this was the nickname that you wanted to call me. I had never had such a nickname before, or any for that matter, and I guess it just kind of stuck with me. I thought, why not indulge these mortals with the idea of friendship and calling them a name that was special only to them.
That's such an
And in
amazing...
time, I must admit it became meaningful to me too.
That's so amazing to hear because we all think that you're super amazing and we're so glad that you like the name that we gave you.
Oh, but of course. Thank you.
Maid Amber, how did you pick your name?
I'm very sad to say that Lady Ophelia didn't pick it for me. I wish she had.
Oh,
Instead, it's the travelers I came upon when arriving on Earth. They just kept talking about my hair and its color amber, and since they kept saying that word around me, when people asked me what my name was, I figured I'd just use Amber.
that's a very cute way to pick your name. My
Thank
name,
you.
no problem. My name, Maid Kumo, means cloud in Japanese. It was appointed to me by the head witches because they thought it's a little bit of a, I guess a bit of a head in the clouds kind of person. So they called me Cloud. So our next question is, what makes you happy? So everybody with one word, what makes you happy? Let's start with Maid Amber.
Cookies.
Cookies. I love that. Maid Ophi.
Tea.
Tea. Butler Tayo.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. Maid
Two
Shinryu.
words.
That is 2 words. It's technically 2 words. You cheated. Maid
With a hyphen.
Shinryu.
With a hyphen.
Hyphen.
What about you, our resident doctor?
Of course.
What was that?
Serotonin.
Serotonin. Ahaha. Ahaha. It's a good one.
Very scientific.
Maid May.
Yui.
Yui.
Aww.
Aw, so cute. That's so sweet. What about you, Butler Kai?
Offerings.
Offerings. Well, I'm very glad to hear that you enjoyed all the offerings at your shrine. Maid Moa, what about you?
I couldn't possibly pick one.
Is your one word
I guess
everything?
flowers?
Flowers. Flowers. Flowers are beautiful. Maid Celestia.
Milkshake.
Milkshake. I think milkshake makes us
I-
all happy.
I love milkshake.
So do I. Milkshake's the cutest. One of our chat members says, Maid Moa is so cute. Ah! Okay, so next question, and then we're going to go for our little break after this next question, and we'll be back after about a 10 to 15 minute break. But our next question is, what is your favourite part of the uniform? Or your favourite accessory? So let's start this time with Butler Kai. What's your favourite part of the uniform?
Given that it is a rather simple uniform for us butlers, I would have to say the comfy shirt.
You like your
But
comfy
when it
shirt?
comes to my favourite accessories, I would have to say my prayer beads.
Your prayer beads. Of course, that makes a lot of sense with you being a kitsune spirit from a shrine. So next we'll do our butler tile. What is your favourite part of your uniform or your accessories?
I have to admit, I really like my pocket square because I never really wear pocket squares, and this gives me a perfect opportunity to wear one. I think it looks really nice.
That's lovely, and it looks very handsome on you.
Thank you, thank you.
Maid Celestia, what's your favourite part of your uniform or accessories?
I like that we all have like our own individual color schemes, but as for accessories, everybody in the cafe tells me I wear too many, and I've had a few incidents of wearing like 5 hairbands at once, and them just falling off.
So your favourite thing would be the amount.
Nothing's more scary than when Celestia's pom-poms come flying off her head into your face mid-dance.
No, the scary part is when all my badges just like fell off my apron.
That's true. That
Your
is true.
point.
But being blindsided by pom-poms mid-spin is something.
That's amazing.
Me, you don't have to call me out like this.
I'm calling you out live on stream.
No.
Oh, so good. Okay. The cutest stream ever. Oh, that's amazing. KLED says, hi guys, oh my god, this is the cutest stream ever. And I just have to say, heart, 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 heart. Well, we love you too.
Oh,
Welcome to the stream.
Thank you.
Heart,
Such a
heart, heart.
sweetheart.
Maid Moa, what's your favorite part of your uniform / accessories?
I think my favorite part of my uniform is the hand embroidered details I've put on my apron.
That's
It's not fully
amazing.
completed yet. It's about halfway done, but it's really special to me.
That's so lovely. Oh my goodness. Now, Maid May, what is your favorite part of your uniform / accessories?
I have a lot, but Maid Midori gave me a present, and it's Hatsune Miku, and it's a little tiny Hatsune Miku figurine that I wear on the headband, and I love it so much.
Oh, that's so wonderful and so sweet. And KLED, thank you so much for the follow. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, that's fine. But welcome and thank you for the follow. And that's so sweet, mate. I'm so glad to hear that.
I just really love Hatsune Miku.
Hatsune Miku is awesome.
She's the queen.
Dr. Shinryu, what is your favorite part of your uniform / your accessories?
Well, don't go spreading it around because it's definitely different to my medical scrubs. But I really love getting to wear a big poofy dress and cute shoes.
That is very cute of you.
Don't you dare!
And thank you for the follow, Funeral Beldam. Funeral Beldam. Thank you so much for the follow. Next we have
Thank you.
next we have Maid Ophelia. What's your favorite part of your uniform / accessories?
Well, I actually believe my family ancestral brooch that I wear on top of my bow is my favorite thing. It's very dear to me, and to be able to wear it on such a cute uniform, well, I have to say, it makes my heart warm for that.
Oh, and I'm very glad to hear that. And it's such a beautiful one as well. It's so pretty.
Thank you.
Maid Amber, what about you? What's your favorite part of your uniform / accessories?
Well, I really struggled with human clothing when I got here at first because it felt so foreign to me. It wasn't something I was used to doing. But then when I got here and I was given my uniform, Lady Ophelia gave me a special little bow that belonged just to me and signified me, and all of a sudden the whole outfit felt like it was mine and it belonged to me, and it represented who I am. And then I felt comfortable wearing clothing ever since, but the Maid in Scotland uniform is my favorite thing to wear.
That's amazing. I'm so glad to hear that. That's so awesome. Me myself, my personal favorite part of my uniform at the current moment would probably be, I think my bow. I think it's just so nice to have my color and to be like, this is me, this is my color, and everybody else has got their colors, and together we're a rainbow. I think that just makes me really happy. So we're gonna go for a little 15-minute break, and then we'll be right back after our break. And if you guys stick around, we'll be back to answer more questions straight after. So for now, we're going to be saying be right back, and then we will see you guys in about 10 to 15 minutes, okay? Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for staying with us over our little break there. We have all of us back again to answer some more of the questions. We won't be able to answer all of the questions this stream, sadly, but hopefully we'll be doing a stream soon with maybe our butlers for White Day, depending on how that goes. We'll have to see. But for now, we're going to answer another 8 of your wonderful questions, and we're going to be starting with what is your dream gift? Let's start with Maid Amber. Maid Amber, what is your dream gift?
My dream gift?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a bit embarrassing to talk about here. It has nothing to do with Lady Ophelia, absolutely not.
Of course not, never could.
Oh, Amber.
Then we will move on to Maid Ophelia, and we will ask, what is your favorite, what's your dream gift?
Why, I've never actually thought about something like this before. Maybe a one-of-a-kind tea? Or a special recipe for sweets of some sort to go with tea? But definitely something along that kind of line of a tea party or tea type.
Something tea related.
The closest way to my heart.
Of course. Butler Tayo, what would be your dream gift?
Oh, that's a tough question. But I think my dream gift would be a portal back to my universe. An interdimensional portal for anybody to come and visit. So I don't have to leave and I can just stick with Maid in Scotland.
That would be so wonderful. So then,
Yes.
Maid Shinryu, what is your dream gift?
Probably a first edition copy of Grey's Anatomy. That would be fantastic.
That's very well suited to you, I think.
Indeed.
Maid May, what would be your dream gift?
I really like teddy bears and sweets and soft things and ice cream and everything. I like everything.
Those are all very good answers. So, Butler Kai, what is your dream gift?
very difficult to think, but I would say that some of my favorite gifts are inarizushi.
That's the Kitsune Festival food, isn't it?
Indeed, it is.
That's very cool, and I'm so glad to hear that you definitely enjoy all the classic Kitsune items. Maid Moa, what would be your dream gift?
Probably a box of macaroons.
A box
They
of
just taste
macaroons?
so good.
Macaroons
Oh,
are
macaroons
lovely.
are amazing.
I think we're going to have to make some soon at the mansion.
Oh,
Yay!
definitely.
Okay, I've changed my mind. I like macaroons.
Maid
Macaroons are
Celestia,
awesome.
what's your dream gift?
Well, I can't ask for a fully functioning Kamen Rider belt because that's not possible. I don't know. I'm fond of a character this world has. His name is Stitch. He also crashed to Earth. And I saw this beautiful thing where it was a bouquet of flowers, but instead of flowers, it was tiny, tiny Stitch plushies, and I want that.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing! Oh my goodness! Nuka Sarah, thank you so much for the follow, and it's okay if you've got to run. We'll hopefully see you next time we stream. Thank you for coming by this time.
Bye.
Bye.
My dream gift would have to be, my very own magical wand and my very own broom. Even though I passed my witch's exam, I'm still not high enough a level to get my own broom or wand, but maybe one day I can finally have them. So our next question is, how do you spend Valentine's Day? Let's start with our resident elf. How do you spend Valentine's Day?
Well, I'll probably end up spending it watching a romantic movie and eating chocolate. That seems to be the thing done on Earth.
That is a great way to do it. Funeral Bedlam says, I adore this stream. Thank you so much, and we adore you. So,
These humans are so sweet.
they're lovely. So, Maid Celestia, how will you be spending Valentine's Day today, or how do you usually spend it? Well, tomorrow.
Well, usually I just get like the worst ever like outfit I can think of possible and put it on Milkshake and let him roam the mansion, just to bring a little smile. But I usually like to eat some sushi and watch some movies. But anyone's free to join me. I love everyone platonically.
Aw, they're very glad to hear that. That's very kind of you. So, let's go to Maid May. Maid May, how do you spend your Valentine's Days, or how are you going to spend it at least this year?
Well, normally we do events and I get to spend it with like lots of the people that come and visit the cafe, and that's always been lots of fun. But since we're not doing that this year, I'll probably go like sneak into Yui's kingdom and maybe try have tea with her.
That's a very cute idea, and I hope that you guys get to have tea together. That'd be awesome. Maid Shinryu, how do you normally spend Valentine's Day, or how are you going to be spending it this year?
Well, I usually do the usual, dressing up, going for dinner, a movie, and then at the end of the night, I like to treat my Valentine to a reading of my favourite medical journal.
Ah, very romantic. Maid Ophelia, how do you spend Valentine's Day?
Well, it's actually very ridden over with paperwork down in hell for the countless things humans can get up to, but I much prefer the calmness of spending it with the event in the Maid Cafe. It's just so much less stress-inducing and much more laid back, and I really prefer that.
Well, we love getting to spend it with you as well, so we're very glad to hear that. Maid Amber, how do you spend your Valentine's Day?
Well, I know who I want to spend Valentine's Day with and who I like to spend Valentine's Day with, but I'm a bit late. This year I haven't managed to prepare my gift, so I'm probably going to spend my day climbing Ben Nevis because there's a medicinal herb I'd like to get at the top, just because I know the person will like it.
That's very interesting. I would normally spend Valentine's Day obviously with the cafe and doing lots of fun events, but since we're all social distancing within the Maid Mansion, I'll be spending this year making lots of cookies and sending them out to all of the cafe members. I'm not a very good cook, but I do have magic on my side. Thank you for the follow, Stew Stories. Thank you so much. Now let's move on to our wonderful butlers. Butler Kai, how will you be spending Valentine's Day, or how do you normally spend your Valentine's Day?
When I had my shrine, I normally just answered the prayers of mortals that came by, but I don't exactly have one anymore. So my Valentine's Day will be pretty freed up.
So maybe you can spend it with all of us at the cafe? Maybe a social distance Valentine's Day party?
We shall see.
Butler Tayo, how are you going to be spending Valentine's Day, or how do you usually spend it?
What is this Valentine's Day? I don't believe I have it on my universe. But
Oh dear.
if it's a day like no other, I'll be spending it with whoever wants to spend it with me.
Aw, well, we're very glad to hear that, and we always want to spend it with you.
Thank you.
What if villains want to spend it with you? Will you spend it with them?
Definitely.
Oh.
I'll spend it with them, taking them to jail.
Oh my Oh my goodness.
They'll never know what's coming.
Yes.
So our next question is also Valentine's Day related. So just to explain very quickly for our lovely Butler Tayo, Valentine's Day is a Western world, or generally a worldwide holiday now, where you give gifts to a person that you love, or you spend a day with people that you love, and you celebrate loving each other and caring about each other. In Japan,
Oh, wow.
Valentine's Day is specifically for women to show their love to men, and White Day is for men to show their love to women, which happens next month.
That's incredible.
So our
Oh,
next
wow.
question is your favorite Valentine's Day gift that you have ever received. Let's start with Maid Shinryu.
Well, at the risk of sounding sentimental, shall we say, I would say that time is the most valuable gift of all.
That is a very good answer.
But don't you go spreading it around.
Stu Story says, sorry guys, gotta go, but good luck and have fun for V-Day. Goodbye, thank you for dropping by.
Thank you.
Happy
Stu
Valentine's
Story.
Day!
Thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day, dude.
Thank you. Bye bye.
So we'll go on to Maid May next. What is your favourite gift you have ever received?
I mentioned earlier how much I love soft things and teddies and ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
And one year, Yui gave me the cutest bear I think I've ever seen. And I still have it. And I look after it all the time. And I think that's probably my favourite.
That is a lovely answer. And I'm so glad that you take such good care of it.
Hell yeah.
So Butler Kai, what is your favourite Valentine's Day gift that you have ever received? Wait, did I already ask
I've
you?
not actually received any gifts
No.
on Valentine's Day,
Have you not?
considering.
So what would be...
What about offerings?
Yes, what would be the best offering you've ever received?
Most mortals just decide to drop money in the shrine box, not even giving me a proper offering of food.
Aww. Well, hopefully this year someone will give you some yummy food. Butler Tayo, what is your favourite Valentine's Day gift you have ever received?
The knowledge that Valentine's Day exists by you guys.
Very glad to hear it. Let's go to Maid Ophelia. Maid Ophelia, what is your favourite Valentine's Day gift you have ever received?
My favourite Valentine's Day gift Would be any teas I've not tried, which I do find quite hard to find. So if someone could definitely do that, it would certainly impress me.
I think I know who's going to be trying that this year.
Maybe a medicinal herb would help make a new tea.
Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe one found on the
Perhaps.
top of a mountain somewhere.
That's what I was thinking too.
knows?
Maybe.
Maybe.
really?
Hmm.
Such a good idea, guys.
Maid Moa, what is your favourite Valentine's gift you've ever received?
I once received a humongous bouquet of red roses. That was really special to me.
That sounds beautiful. That's very sweet. Thank you. Maid Amber, what is your favourite Valentine's Day gift you've ever received?
I think for me it was actually an activity that was really fun. So I'm always kind of self-conscious about using fire in this realm. But that Valentine's Day I was allowed to, and basically we created a small fire, and on top we put a pot, and in the pot we put chocolate, and then we melted the chocolate, and then we dipped strawberries and cookies and marshmallows in the chocolate, and it was the best thing ever.
That does sound amazing.
Can we do that? Can we do that after the stream?
We can
Can we
totally
do that?
We can totally do that.
I'm so excited.
Maid
Well, I think we
Celestia.
have to now.
Oh, definitely. Maid Celestia, what is your favourite Valentine's Day gift you've ever received?
This is sounding weird because I don't know who gave me it.
Oh.
It was left outside my door in the mansion.
Oh.
It was a little box, and inside the box was it seems like a shard from something, but it
Oh,
was like looked onto
interesting.
a necklace, and
That's-
it glows.
That's amazing.
And it's very pretty, but I don't know who gave me it.
Well, my favourite gift I've ever received was actually given to me by Maid Himiko. They made me delicious cookies, and I think about them every year. So I started learning how to do spells to make them again, and I make them every year now for the maids. So we'll go on to who is your Valentine's this year? Who are you giving your special gift to this year? Let's start with Maid Celestia.
Oh, oh,
Is it milkshake again?
no, it's not milkshake. Can you be platonic Valentines? Yes.
Of course,
I'm
yes.
thinking I really want to give something to Maid Midori.
Oh, that'd be
Oh, I
lovely.
love Midori.
We got really, really close, and I just really give them something.
Oh, that's lovely. Maid Moa, who's your Valentine this year?
Well, there is this elven boy, but I'm gonna keep that one a secret.
Ooh, a mystery. Butler Kai, what about you?
I'm going to have to refrain my answer.
Oh my, very interesting. What about Maid May?
This might be a little bit of a surprise to everyone. But I'm gonna give mine to Yui.
Aw, shocking.
Love.
Guys,
Quite the surprise, huh?
Of
I never saw it
course.
coming.
And Dr. Shinryu, what about you?
Well, there's one guy who's the pinnacle of logic and intelligence, and it's Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh, of course.
Of course,
Fantastic man.
an amazing Valentine's Day.
The man who
Yeah.
looks like a PS5.
Of course.
No! Well, how could you say that?
the PS5 looks like Seto Kaiba.
Exactly. Thank you. What came first, Kaiba or the PS5? Work it out.
Butler Tayo, now that you know what Valentine's Day is, who are you going to spend it with this year?
I have absolutely no idea who I want to spend it with. All of you. I
Of
want to spend it with all
course.
of you.
That's amazing. We'd love that.
Thank you. We'll all eat marshmallow chocolates and cookies and those macaroons. I don't have those in my universe, but I think they're macaroons.
Macarons.
Ah, macarons. Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
They sound great.
Maid Ophelia, who are you spending your Valentines with this year?
Well, I don't actually know yet. There's, of course, someone back home I would like to spend with, but I don't feel that's very appropriate for a queen to do in this time and age.
I see. Well, hopefully you can spend it with us then.
Of course, I would love that.
Maid Amber, should I ask you or should I assume?
Well, I'm going to be quite busy during the day, but at the end of the day, Maid May has agreed to help me place my gift in a very good spot for my person to find.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
very
Go
glad to
get it.
hear that.
Thank you so much for your help.
Anytime, anytime.
Causing mischief again, May?
Always.
This year I'm going to be
Mischief
spending
is
it with all of the maids, but hopefully I can especially give some lovely sweets to Maid Himiko, since they make lovely sweets every year for all of us. So I hope to spend the day with
Yeah.
all of you guys. So our next question is actually aimed at the members of our cafe that have disabilities or have health issues, and it's how accessible is a maid cafe to work in / attend? Would one of our members who are maybe disabled want to take a note on this?
I can.
I'd love to have you speak. Go ahead.
When I joined the cafe, well, I actually have a physical disability. Out with my character in the Maid's Cafe. So a lot of the time when it comes to events and stuff like that, I actually have to take steps back, or I have to do certain things that make it easier for me in the cafe. Be that getting help from like other maids or butlers to lift, like heavy things or lean on them for support. It's always been something that's been taken into consideration very well by the heads of the cafe. Everything that happens in the cafe, we kind of look at it in the sense of whether it's something you can or can't do, but it's never held back from you, if that makes sense. So you always have the ability to do something if you think you can do it, but if you need the support, it's always there. I've never been in a situation where an event isn't accessible, and it's always been made accessible if there was any issues prior to the event. It's always
been quite accommodating.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would definitely agree with
it's
that.
really, really good.
Would anybody else like to... That's okay, you can finish what you're saying.
Sorry, it's but there's actually like a huge amount of people in the cafe that have physical disabilities or even mental what's the right word? Mental health issues, but everything's taken into consideration, and everybody is really supportive as well, and we all really like look after each other, and it's a really supportive circle, and it's really, really, really well looked after and cared for. It's really, really good.
Very well said, and I can definitely agree with all of the notes that you've made. Would anybody else like to speak a little on this, or do we think that our lovely Maid May has covered it in quite beautiful depth?
May
I think May done quite well.
May did it.
May did it 100%. So thank you so much for saying
It's just
that,
very,
Maid May.
very accommodating place.
Yeah, it's really,
Yes.
really good.
The
Very
cafe
thankful
does
for
everything it can to support all of its members, and we're very thankful for that. Talking of which, one of our questions is, what are the protocols regarding trans members of staff? And our lovely head maid Himiko has a little bit they want me to read out in regards to this. Here at Maid Scotland, we accept everyone, no matter what gender or absence of gender they identify with. We try to build a safe and welcoming environment for everyone. We want everyone to feel at home with each other, and we love all of you. And I think that's a very lovely note from our lovely head maid Himiko. And it covers a lot. It covers a lot of things along the lines of maids who are physically disabled, who have mental health problems, who have learning issues, anything like that all comes under that umbrella of this being an accepting and lovely environment to work in. And I'm so thankful for the family that we've built together.
Yes, we
Me too.
definitely
Alright.
we have members who identify or don't identify, and it's just such a wonderful and accepting, loving little family.
Definitely.
It's such a diverse and kind group of people that I couldn't ask for a better family. So our last question for our stream tonight is, how fun is it being in a maid cafe? And I think we could all answer that one. Definitely.
Lots of
Best.
fun.
Lots
It's
of
so
fun.
good. It's
It's
so good.
amazing.
Although it is hard work as well. We
Of
do put in
course.
a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
hours.
Of
It's
course.
super hard work. Does anybody have
It's
anything?
incredible.
It's incredible. And if
I
you
think
ever,
even with it being some hard work sometimes, again, when it comes back to the family and the kind of community sense of everything, it really makes up for any of the hard times or the hard work that goes into it, because we all support each other
I
for
think
it.
the
Therefore, it
saying,
makes it much more fun, loving environment.
isn't there a saying that's like, if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life or something?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Yeah, that fits perfectly. Well, it's been a great stream, and it's been great, so great having you all here and getting to learn more about you. And hopefully, like I said, we can do another stream soon with even more questions. I couldn't be
Yes.
more thankful for you all taking your time to come to the 2D realm and join me.
Thanks
Thank
for
you so
having
much.
us.
Thank you for having us.
No problem.
It was so fun.
Please let us know how your Valentine's goes.
I will do.
Yes, definitely. And come again
Oh, yes.
soon.
May it have all of our blessings.
And
Yeah.
to everybody who's dropped by, thank you for joining us. Thank you for the
Thank you.
follows
Thank
as
you.
well.
Thank you, everybody.
Everybody who's
Goshujin-sama,
followed is now part of the
Goshujin-sama.
family.
Yes.
Every single follow is now part of the family, and you can't escape. We've got you.
You're in
We'll
our
see you all again
grass.
soon.
Your souls will be mine.
If you need saving, we're on it.
And right on time,
Indeed.
Commander Alice.
Time.
Thank you for the follow, Commander Alice. Perfect timing. We will be signing off one by one and saying goodbye. So we'll start with Maid Celestia. You want to say your goodbyes?
Goodbye, everybody. I hope we get to welcome you home again soon. Have a lovely Valentine's Day.
Maid Moa,
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
Butler Kai,
Sayonara.
Maid May,
Bye bye.
Maid Shinryu,
Bye, guys. Stay safe and healthy, of course.
Butler Tayo,
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for following. Ohio, goodbye, mass, everyone.
Maid,
Goodbye, Matt.
goodbye, Miss. Maid Ophelia,
Farewell, my loyal subject, until we meet again.
Maid Amber,
Bye, everyone, and be sure to take lots of photos if you decide to go on a hike just like me tomorrow.
and from myself, thank you for dropping by, and we hope to see you next time. If you want to find out next time we're going to be live, you can follow us on all of our social media, and you can follow us here on Twitch to get a notification. And hopefully we will see you all again very soon, or maybe even at an event. But for now, we're all going to say sayonara. Bye!
Bye! Happy Valentine's!
Bye.
Happy Valentine's!